We now have a political campaign advisor, Dilip Cherian, with us, who's joining us live from New Delhi. Dilip, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. My first question to you. The exit polls are, of course, an important aspect of the democratic process. What is the first exit poll in the Indian democracy were conducted in 1957. Explain to us the significance of the exit polls.
I would say that the exit polls are perhaps one way for people to get a kind of, initial whiff of what the direction of electoral preferences are. In my view, many of these polls are only good from the point of view of trying to give us a directional sense. Do they give us the correct numbers? In most cases, unfortunately, no, because of two reasons. One, the Indian voter is very, very careful about revealing where she has voted. The Indian voter is also very reluctant to indicate where they have voted. And the second reason is that, given the scramble for numbers, you have lots of people trying to stand and get data. And, the result is that people tend to get drowned off and don't give the numbers, that don't give the kind of responses which help the number crunchers. So, in my view, this should not be treated as part of the electoral process. They should be treated as part of the grand festival of democracy that elections are in India. And it just adds one more marker in the calendar as we go along towards actual counting day.
Before I actually ask you about the accuracy of the exit polls, I think you did partly answer that. So in view of the political slugfest around them, who do the exit polls really favor here? Before you answer that question, I want to throw some figures at you. Now, in the Lok Sabha Elections in 2019, pollsters had predicted around 285 seats for the NDA. However, NDA won by a landslide victory, winning 353 seats, with the BJP alone securing 303 seats. And in 2014, the NDA was estimated to win around 257 to 340 seats. However, the NDA won 336 seats. And also in contrast to that, in 2004, all the way back then, the BJP, it was predicted that they'd win about 266. However, they won 189. Congress, it was predicted they're going to win around 188, and Congress wins around 222 seats back then. So what's your take on this?
Let's look at the trend as far as the BJP is concerned. If one uses the same metaphor that you use, I would say that in 24, we saw the rise of a BJP wave. In 2019, it strengthened into a tsunami. The question before the pollsters today in 2024 is whether the tsunami has abated or whether it has reduced to a wave. Those are the real choices that are poised before pollsters today. The electorate has indicated what they want, and those are in the boxes. And the boxes get counted on the 4th. So I would say that the way to look at it is trend analysis. And the trend of 2014 got accentuated to 2019, where it reached, in my view, a crescendo. So the question today is, does a wave persist, or is the wave calming down?
Considering the poll results will be announced on June 4th, and considering your argument just now, would you at all say that the exit polls are extremely important? Or are they not?
I would say I tend to look at exit polls as direction setters or direction indicators. You know whether your guesses and your analysis is heading in the right direction. At the moment, the exit polls suggest that the NDA is going to emerge very strong. And I think that seems to be the consensus all along. So I would say that it isn't throwing up any major surprise. And probably that's the direction that we should expect on the 4th. Now, is this going to be borne out in terms of actual numbers? I think this is where the excitement of those who play with these numbers exceeds the accuracy that today's estimates can have. And very often, that is where they tend to make a mistake. In fact, most of the pollsters who are being polled and the polls of polls, which are also being used, are all based on people who've had varying successes as far as the track record of correct prediction is concerned.
Sure. So, overall speaking, more to you, a celebration of the festival of democracy.
You know, I would say that the way to look at it is to treat it like the buying of popcorn before the movie actually begins. So at the moment, the excitement is about what flavor of popcorn to buy, what are the choices, what are the tubs, and then on the 4th is when you actually get to watch the movie.
So from the latest numbers that we have right now, BJP seems to be opening accounts in Tamil Nadu and Kerala as well. So would you say that BJP is making gains in the south?
There's no doubt that the BJP has actually focused a humongous effort in the south. Whether it is the Prime Minister sitting on at Vivekananda Rock in meditating, the signals by the party have very clearly been two things. We have almost maxed out as far as most states in the north are concerned. And if India is to have a harmonious single image, it's important for us to be seen as a party that is relevant in the south. So far, that hasn't been possible. And I think that indicates why all pollsters, as well as all efforts by the leaders, I don't think Prime Minister Modi has addressed as many election rallies in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Kerala as in any 3 states of the north. So that indicates the level at which the efforts to make penetrations into the south are concerned.
Okay. Dilip, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast right now. We will keep coming back to you through the course of this. For now, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.